The U.S. Navy's fiscal year 2026 budget proposal confirms funding for the third Columbia-class ballistic missile submarine, to be named USS Groton, SSBN 828. This vessel follows its predecessors, the District of Columbia, SSBN 826, and the Wisconsin, SSBN 827, as part of the Navy's strategy to modernize the undersea leg of the nuclear triad by phasing out the aging Ohio-class fleet. Beginning with Groton, the Navy initiates the Build 2 phase of its Columbia-class initiative, aiming to construct one submarine per year starting in FY 2026. This long-term project ensures the U.S. maintains continuous nuclear deterrent patrols through the late 21st century and beyond. Named in honor of Groton, Connecticut, home to key submarine building infrastructure, SSBN 828 plays a pivotal role in sustaining strategic readiness. The FY 2026 request earmarks approximately $10.92 billion for the Columbia-class program. This includes $10.543 billion in procurement and an additional $1.925 billion in mandatory reconciliation. These funds will cover multiple priorities: full incremental financing for USS Groton, ongoing work on SSBNs 826 and 827, and procurement of critical long lead materials for upcoming submarines. The Navy also plans to use these funds to advance contract negotiations for Hull's SSBN 828 through SSBN 832 and invest $1.352 billion into its Maritime Industrial Base (MIB) expansion, a response to long-standing concerns about the limited capacity of the U.S. shipbuilding industry. Despite strong investment, the program has encountered scheduling hurdles. The lead ship, District of Columbia, originally targeted for a 2027 delivery, is now projected to arrive between late 2028 and early 2029. Similar delays affect Wisconsin, which may not join the fleet until FY 2030. These shifts are critical, as the Navy expects to retire one Ohio-class SSBN annually starting in 2027. A lag in Columbia-class readiness could drop the number of deployable ballistic missile submarines below the Navy's minimum requirement of 10, potentially weakening strategic deterrence. A 2024 Government Accountability Office (GAO) assessment confirmed that the submarine construction pace remains below expectations. Industry bottlenecks, including shortages in skilled labor, materials, and shipyard throughput, have slowed progress. While federal investments aim to boost supplier networks and workforce development, tangible improvements in construction efficiency have yet to materialize. The Columbia-class effort began in the early 2000s under the Ohio Replacement Program, with the Navy ultimately deciding to pursue an entirely new class of submarines rather than refit existing Ohio-class or adapt the Virginia-class attack subs. The Columbia fleet will consist of 12 boats built between FY 2021 and FY 2035, each expected to complete 124 patrols over a projected 42-year service life. Fewer boats are required compared to the 14 Ohio-class subs due to improved reactor design. Columbia submarines will not need midlife refueling, allowing for more consistent patrol schedules. The Columbia-class design emphasizes stealth, endurance, and systems integration. Submarines in this class will displace 20,810 long tons submerged, stretch 171 meters in length, and span 13 meters at the beam. They will house 16 Trident II D5LE ballistic missiles, fewer than the Ohio-class's 20 missile tubes, to simplify construction and adhere to arms control agreements. Each submarine also incorporates acoustic stealth features such as X-form rudders, sail-mounted dive planes, and sound-absorbing coatings. The Columbia class includes modular design elements and next-generation combat systems. Sonar and navigation are consolidated within the Submarine Warfare Federated Tactical System, SWFTS, which integrates fire control, sensors, and imaging into a unified combat architecture. The sonar suite features the Virginia-class derived Large Aperture Bow, LAB, array. The Standardized Common Missile Compartment, CMC, developed in coordination with the UK, ensures interoperability and shared logistics for the US and British fleets. One of the most significant engineering advancements is the adoption of turboelectric propulsion. Instead of mechanical propulsion shafts, each submarine will use an S-1B nuclear reactor to generate steam that powers onboard electric generators. These generators feed a permanent magnet motor, which drives a pumpjet propulsor. This quieter, gearless system improves stealth and reduces mechanical complexity. Leonardo DRS, the supplier of the permanent magnet motor, delivered the first production unit in 2022. The system is designed to operate for the full 42-year lifespan of the vessel without refueling, reducing lifecycle maintenance. USS Groton will share the standard Columbia-class specifications and feature 16 ballistic missile tubes and Mk-48 torpedo launch capabilities. The vessel will be staffed by roughly 155 crew members and constructed using modular supermodules fabricated at Quonset Point, Rhode Island, with final integration at Electric Boat's facility in Groton, Connecticut. The ship's delivery, currently anticipated in the early 2030s, remains contingent upon stabilization in the industrial base and successful cost control negotiations. Delays in finalizing the procurement contract have been linked to ongoing budget discussions with Electric Boat. As the third boat in the series, Groton represents a critical test of the Navy's ability to sustain its intended production tempo and preserve national strategic deterrence as the Ohio-class nears the end of its service life.